1385. Blue Street 5561, taxi to Park, the Alpha District Control. Show 69 with Oscar ready for taxi. Shuttle 6069, Birmingham down, runway 24, taxi via Alpha Cross, runway 18. That was 2226, taxi to Park, District Control. Park to you, 2226. Departure to expect 23 meters there, the other one. Airshow 6069, departure will be 2760. 2760.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to our return leg back to the DFW. We are in Birmingham. We're going to try to get out of here as early as possible and make our way back to the DFW. With that same weather we left from, trying to dodge out of DFW is what we were trying to dodge now in, going back to DFW. So that's what we are currently doing right now. Going to get boarded here and try to get out of here as early as we can. Make our way back to Dallas. That's the plan. We got Southwest just arrived. Another Southwest. Already placed the other one. The other one that was not a real bird, and got another American Eagle. Looks like PSA. Can't tell if it's CR9 or not. The fuel trucks here, they're about to start fueling up now. We're taking only 96 folks back to Dallas with us. We're still in the A-319. This is our U.S. Airways livery I was talking about on the earlier stream. we were taken back. The interior is still modeled like U.S. Airways, so we'll hop in so you guys can see that, see what that's like. But yeah, other than that, flight's gonna be maybe a little long. We're gonna be going eastbound, then north, and then back to the west to make our way to DFW, just to avoid the heaviest parts of this storm that's moving this way toward us right now. We're gonna be cruising at flight level 380, going back. And once we get around that weather, on the north side of that weather, we should be in the clear. Right now, DFW is still landing north. So we're planning on land on 35 right is the plan. And then we'll be parking at Charlie H. So we'll be landing on the east side, parking at the Charlie terminal. Hopefully it is already slow enough by the time we get there that we will be able to take the Echo Lima route to the Charlie terminal from when we land in at DFW. That's the plan anyway. So let's hop in, let's get going, and try to make this flight happen as soon as we can. As you guys will see here as well. Again, what the let's go back from this direction, from the rear of the aircraft. You guys can still see some of the U.S. Airways here on the wall. Seats still look dated to that time. Yeah, that's what the livery looks like there. And as we move up to the front, you'll see the U.S. Airways symbol there. So try to get here before the passengers start boarding here. We have about 45 minutes until departure time. So, well, 45 minutes to we're out the blocks. All right, and there you go. You can see the U.S. Airways emblem there still on the wall, which looks pretty cool, I would say. Oh, let's get out of this guy's way. And there's the flight deck. Get out these guys' way while they're doing their duty. So yeah, should be pretty uneventful hopefully today. Once we get around this weather, all should be fine hopefully. We'll hop in the flight deck, kind of go over some a few things. All right, those guys are done and disconnecting, and they'll start boarding our passengers. I wish I could go to my seat directly from right here and just sit, but for some reason it doesn't let me when I'd have to zap back to this seat position. Alright, flight deck looks good. See, it like zooms back and then to where I need it to be. Let me dim this one. It's bright. Alright, so T-minus 41 minutes. They completed on the fuel. They are 18,800 is what we have in here. Let's see. $4,200 fuel bill, I see. We should be getting a another company message here through Telex. We should, for what our fuel load was, hopefully. All right, so let's look over here at what we have. So let's go here. So this is the route we're taking. Because in between here all and this is all weather. Which by design of what we see here, this cumulus area. And it's stretching up to about 42,000 feet, I think it is, the heaviest parts. I think that's like somewhere in here somewhere. So we're going to try to take off. We're going to take off runway 6, which is going to be with the tailwind, but it's only like 3 knots variable or so. And then we'll make our way back this way to try to get around this storm as best we can. So we're also going to try to get out of here early if all possible to make that happen.
May I see your boarding pass?
All right, so we're at Bravo 4. We are going to be again taking off runway 6, which should be tail north and taxi down this direction to runway 6. Like I said, we'll be with a slight tailwind, but we should be good. Let's sync prelim for now. We're just gonna say runway wet because it may be raining by the time we take off. Hopefully not, but we shall see. 10 few 8500 scattered. Probably not. All right, we'll leave it at dry then. Yeah, actually the winds already are favoring runway 6, so perfect. Let's calculate. All right, 48, 48, 51. Flaps 1, up 6. As right now, yeah, right now we got a headwind, so we're glad we set up for runway 6 instead of 24. 24 would have took us right in the direction of the storm, which we definitely don't want. Just send that for now.
Welcome on board.
We don't have a departure. I kind of already saw that. We don't need to see that. All right, like I said, we'll be we're gonna be landing out here on the far runway. I try to get that runway, especially if we're going to the Charlie terminal or even Alpha terminal. We'll land and we should be off the ground, off the runway by Echo Lima. So we can just take it straight on across to Kilo and into the ramp. So we'll be parking at Charlie 8. So we'll likely get Echo Lima, and then into the ramp. If there's departures going out this way, if there's lots of departures that's still going out by the time we get there, they'll likely send us up Lima. But also if there's lots of departures, we'll likely end up having to go Echo Lima and taxi all the way up and around the north side and then back down. But if that's the case, we actually won't go Echo Lima here. Echo Lima will likely end up exiting, then just going Quebec all the way up to here and then taking it around and then coming back down to catch our gate. We'll be doing the Wilbur 9 arrival, which had to kind of find the right arrival that was going to work with the direction we were coming from. So we're coming in via Fort Smith. That'll bring us in to the approach, and again this arrival allows us to do expect landing north. So by the time we get to town, we'll go south, and again expecting to land north. 210, 11,000 feet, and that says expect, but we're going to put it in there as an absolute if it's giving us that. And again here 240, 11,000, we'll put that as an absolute in the MCDU. And even here again at 270, we'll make sure we get that in, and the 280 there at Bird J. Let's see, and then go from there. So we get all those in, make all those absolutes. Since we're not on network, they become absolutes since we don't have any ATC controlling. That's the plan. Alright, T-minus 36 minutes, we should have half our people on. Oh, we got 24. Where are our carts? Are they getting anything going? Alright, at least our people are actually sitting in the seat now. Oh, hold on. sitting in front? I am on somebody.
Good evening. Welcome.
All right, they're
aboard
getting the
American
baggage loaded
Airlines.
now.
Place small carry-on items underneath the seat in front of you. Larger carry-on items should be placed
Good
in the
evening.
overhead compartment. Small, lightweight items may be placed in the seat pocket. On today's flight, you can enjoy free entertainment on your personal device
Let's see
from
if
now
we're
until
sitting
we
with
arrive at our
somebody here.
destination gate.
Nope, not
You
yet.
can find more information on our entertainment
Whoa.
and Wi-Fi in your seat back pocket. If you are sitting in an exit seat, please review the safety card in the seat pocket. You may need to open the
I
exit.
just feel like
in
I'm
an
sitting right up on
emergency.
this
Let a
seat.
flight attendant know if you're unwilling, unable,
Oops,
or do not
too
meet
far.
the exit row requirements.
Welcome on board.
All right, baggage is getting loaded. Let's start getting the FMC going. We still got 30 minutes, but that gives us time. Hopefully, we can push out of here about 15 minutes early. Be on time, be early, and get out of here.
Hello.
Oh, that's wrong. That's not right. I accidentally picked 6 for this. This is supposed to be 8. Let me reset this.
This way.
Let's go 7, and then we'll slide across here. Put this back at 6. I don't know how I accidentally picked the wrong number key. It wasn't supposed to send us this far back.
Welcome on board. This way.
And where we got the engine view. All right, there we go. Even here, I feel like I'm sitting too far close, too close.
Welcome on board. Welcome on board.
All right. There we go. All right, got my cameras corrected now. All right, let's get these things going. IRS is already set up. Looks gloomy. Aligned.
Boarding pass, please.
All right, init request. All right, Kbhm-Kdfw. We are going to be AAL. Am I still not getting a telex? I should have got my fuel already from them.
Welcome on board.
2030. That's right. Yeah, 2030.
Hello.
That should be good.
This way.
Should have got our fuel information already. I feel like we should have got there right after we got fuel. All right, AA2030. Put you in there.
Boarding pass, please.
Ah, that's why we got to put our flight number in the FMC. Once that's in, then we start getting telex information. All right, makes sense. All right, there's our uplink fuel. 0.2 difference. Cost index is going to be 60. Cruising at 380.
Welcome on board.
Uplink and ground temp is 21. I don't know what the tropopause is sitting at right now.
This way.
I don't think it's on my route though. I mean, I don't think our routes near the tropopause. Let's see. Yeah, for our route, it is nearing, let's say about 42. runway here. 06. We'll do the BM8. BHM8.
Welcome on board.
Arrival.
Hello.
35. Let's just set the runway for now. 35 right is what we're planning for. And then we're doing the Uber 9 via FSM.
May I see your boarding pass?
Alright, and we'll get that part in later. Insert. There we go. I was just gonna say, I wish I could turn the brightness down on this.
Welcome on board.
And we can. Not have that so bright. There we go. Alright, birth data is prelim information for now. Let's see. Try to climb up as quickly as we can. Climb. 60, manage 150, pre-select.
Hello. Hello.
Alright, what's our passenger
May I see
count
your
at?
boarding pass?
Let's go back with that.
Welcome on board.
Alright, we got 67 on board. Our departure time, it's only 3:12 right now.
This
What
way.
time we got to depart? 30 minutes. Alright, well, we can't depart until 14:59.
This
So we're
way.
not going to start the engines and such just yet. We'll have everything ready to go.
Good evening.
Yeah, 3:40 is the departure time, but we will depart at 3:25 if we can. Which we should. We shouldn't have any issue with being able to. Alright, those guys are done. Let's get our radio frequencies and such in place though. Let's see.
This way.
It is. We'll use the built-in one since we don't have a frequency here. Let's
This
go
way, please.
22.
Kilo Delta Foxtrot Whiskey Airport information. Hotel 0253 Zulu. Weather wind 008 at 4. Visibility 10. Sky condition few clouds at 1600. Temperature 16. Altimeter 2984. Advise on initial contact. You have information. Hotel. Kilo Delta Foxtrot Whiskey Airport information. Hotel 0253 Zulu. Weather wind 008 at 4. Visibility 10. Sky condition few clouds at
Hello. Welcome on board.
Alright, that's ground. Use him for ground and tower.
This way.
Good evening. Welcome aboard American Airlines. Please place small carry-on items underneath the seat in front of you. Larger carry-on items should be placed in the overhead compartment. Small, lightweight items may be placed in the seat pocket. On today's flight, you can enjoy free entertainment on your personal device from now until we arrive at our destination gate. You can find more information on our entertainment and Wi-Fi in your seat back pocket. If you are sitting in an exit seat, please review the safety card in the seat pocket. You may need to open the exit in an emergency. Let a flight attendant know if you are unwilling, unable, or do not meet the exit row requirements.
Hello.
Alright, and departure, we'll be taking off to the north. So 050 to that, 23,800. So we'll turn mine off for now. Alright, we almost got everyone on board, but we still can't leave for at least another 10 minutes. Man, my bit rates are killing me.
This way.
Boarding is now complete. Flight attendants secure the cabin for departure.
Thought they would have been better by today. I mean, by tonight. Normally they get better at night than they do during the day.
Number 4599, Birmingham, approach, approach. 4599, expect the ILS approach runway 24, descend maintaining 4000.
682.
The boarding door is now closed. Please turn off and put away laptop computers and any other large electronic devices. Also, please be reminded that any tablets and smartwatches may be used. The tablet has a detachable keyboard. The keyboard must be detached for takeoff. We appreciate your cooperation with this request. Feel free to continue watching our free wireless entertainment on your personal device, but please keep it securely held in your hand. If your electronic device falls into your seat, do not adjust your seat and contact a crew member for assistance. Flight attendants, armed doors and cross tracks
Somebody's
stand
in
by
this
for all call.
one and that one. Dang it. Oh, her face kind of looks real. Hello, lady. Oh, they did good modeling the eyeballs. Look pretty realistic. All right, let's get from out this seat. All right, folks, welcome on board flight 2030, connection to Dallas Fort Worth. Thank you all for boarding the aircraft early and timely. We still have about 10 minutes before we can actually depart. Maybe a little rocky on our departure. We're going to try to dodge some storms. We're taking a little bit of a longer route around the weather. Once we clear that weather, it should be pretty uneventful from that point. So unless you need to use the facilities, please stay seated with your seatbelt on. And if we put that seatbelt on, please get buckled in until we turn it off. Other than that, thank you guys for flying American Airlines today. I hope we can make this an enjoyable flight for you and get you to Dallas Fort Worth tonight. Thank you. And we shall close this door. Let's hop in our seat. Move our seat up. bullet. That's where they have it there, but you can't do anything to them. All right. Let's do some things on our arrival. Let's get those in place. Actually, let's get all our other information in. We're already boarded. We'll finish up some last minute things. All right, we got 5 minutes. We can push 96 folks. 6480, 1801. We have that in the aircraft. And let's send it. Let's look at this again. Sync final. About almost 1,000 less. 34,228. Recalculate. Alright, we got one not less. We'll send that. Alright, let's get the fuel pumps on. Running.
Story 1, Birmingham approach to Birmingham altimeter is 3004. IFR cancellation received with the appropriate code for transfer. Good day.
Let's see, we're taking off to the east. So we won't tail west.
Story 1 on.
Open.
Number 4599, 10 miles from Stack, cross that at or above 3000, cleared ILS runway 24 first.
It'd be nice if my bit rates can get back up where they belong. They're just fluctuating all over the place. It just sucks. So my apologies, folks, if you're getting a lot of pixelation wired in, but I think it's my, Spectrum's internet, because we're wired in and we have 40 meg upload and still it just fluctuates. All right, that checks. Yeah, the other day somehow I was able to get it to show me my out, off, on, and end times. For some reason, it's not, doesn't do it. It hasn't done it again since that day. I don't know why. Runway's not wet. That checks out. I got another one. Copy. Alright, Flex 66. 479 heading. Yeah, I probably should have kept going the other way. Literally went the long way around. Oh, that can't be right. Ah, that's the winds. What the heck am I thinking? That's what I'm like, that's not right. That's east. And I used to give us anything. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking on that. Ah, and it still did it. Yeah, it should be like 060. I don't know why I wasn't thinking that. Pretty much runway heading is what it should be. I think we're near that time. We'll worry about this in the air. Let's see, we should be below 15 minutes now. Alright, we're at the 13-minute mark. We can go ahead and push early. And we already got the ATIS, but let's double check it again. 3004, is that? Wait a minute, what? Where did I get 29084 from? I swear that's what our ATIS gave us earlier. 3004.
Number 4599, place to park the Alpha, the frequency of good night.
650, that's right then. Alright, that's right, 3004. Oh, I heard 29084. I don't want to mess with that again. Alright, doors closed, we get parking brake set. That going. Get perf data up there. That on. Turn power off. Alright guys, let's get out of here, try to make our destination early. Just make sure I'm not missing anything. Shouldn't be. I'll leave that on for now. Alright, let's release parking brakes.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
I think I pushed us the incorrect way again. As I've done before, it should have been tail east. So we're facing west to get to the runway correctly. And I botched it. Looks like we got a start fault. The engine's not starting. Yeah, I got a start fault. Please, start valve not open. I think oh, be helpful if we turn APU bleed on like it says. There we go.
Aboard American Airlines. My name is Noah, your lead flight attendant. The entire crew looks forward to assisting you today. You are welcome. If you haven't already fastened your seatbelt, insert the metal fitting into the buckle and
Alright,
pull
good
the
start.
strap so it is tight across your hips. To open your seatbelt, lift the top of the
Yo, what's up, Bill? Howdy to you, sir. Yeah, we're gonna try to get this flight going and make it back to Dallas before this weather hits this area. Unfortunately, though, I have to turn around. I pushed the wrong direction.
exit. If needed, oxygen masks will drop from an overhead compartment. Remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and pull the mask down to start the flow of oxygen. Place the mask over your nose and mouth and put the elastic band over your head. Pull the straps to tighten and breathe normally. Put on your mask before helping others. Oxygen is flowing even if the bag doesn't inflate.
Alright, let's get number 2 started.
Your life vest is in a compartment under or next to your seat. Pull the strap to remove the life vest pouch. If equipped with an elastic harness, remove the harness before opening the pouch. Take the vest out as shown on the safety card and put it over your head.
Think rate.
Wrap the strap
Pull
around
up.
your waist, attach the buckle,
Terrain.
and tighten. Inflate your vest as you leave the airplane by
Terrain.
pulling down on the red tab or by
Pull
blowing
up.
into the red tube. Never
Don't
inflate
sink.
the vest inside the
Too low.
airplane.
Terrain.
All vests have a light that turns on automatically in the water. If necessary, an infant life vest will be distributed by a
Too
flight
low.
attendant.
Terrain.
The safety card shows
Glide
how to
slope.
use it. Takeoff individual reading light controls are overhead. Federal regulations prohibit smoking, including the use of e-cigarettes and vaping devices at any time on board the aircraft. These devices may not be plugged into any
good
power
there.
source, including USB ports and
Lead
AC
off.
outlets. If
Master
you are
off.
wearing a face covering, in the event oxygen masks drop from an overhead compartment, remove your face covering before placing the oxygen mask over your nose and mouth. We are coming through the aisle now for our final safety checks. We appreciate you choosing American. Enjoy your flight.
Alright, numbers check out. Let's do right, left, forward, aft. Alright, we're good there. That's max. Alright, config check. Good there. Yeah, I gotta turn around here because we are not where we are supposed to be facing. What's going on with my iPad?
Flight attendants prepare for takeoff.
Alright, and that's that. Just see if we can shine anything down. Kinda is. Alright. Set there. Yep, this is true. Alright, I think we're ready to go. Let's get lights off back there in the back. Let's go brakes off and we'll taxi around. How did they come back up on flight controls? Flight control set, right? Yeah, flaps on, that. Okay, there we go. Alright, my brakes. Again, be nice if my bit rates would cooperate and stop fluctuating all over the place. It's really irritating. It makes my stream look like crap.
3785, Birmingham approach, expect the ILS approach runway 24. When able, clear direct stat, just going to maintain 3000.
Alright, so now we are entering the ATC ground.
3785, Roger, you can expect area as a light mile
Left here.
from your present position.
Contact ground now, let them
another
know
15
we have
miles,
information.
and then once you get
Such
that
and such, ready to
final
taxi
Birmingham,
to
and just
06.
grab it.
And that's what we will get. And we'll get out of here. Like I said, that weather's going to be behind us. What is wrong with my iPad? Mostly all of it is going to be back that direction. So we're taking off eastbound. Try to get out of here.
Clearance FedEx3088, information Papa Clarence Smith. Bearing clearance cleared to Memphis Airport via the Birmingham 8 departure as filed, squawk 7147. 8 has 57147, requesting runway 6 for departure.
Yep, got somebody else requesting.
Do you have an estimated rail left time? There's 4 in the Memphis. Team is estimated 1288. It's taking about 15 minutes FedEx 1288.
Let's switch over to tower.
Release, top of the hour, void, 3 minutes past. Of the hour and 3 minutes past, FedEx over here.
runway 6 at the hold short of Alpha. Alright, 10 minutes there. Turn you on. You up. Alright, we're on the tower frequency now, which is the same frequency here that we have already dialed in. And this is approach, departure control, and then Atlanta Center. And tower, American 2030, holding short runway 6, ready for departure. And we got our clearance for departure, so let's taxi out. Approach in is clear, departure in is clear. Approach in is clear, we haven't looked at the departure. Alright, runway is clear, departure in looks clear. Yeah, just as I planned, some other airliners planned the same thing for runway 6. Alright, chrono on.
Runway 3785, closes approach runway 24.
Good, all set there. All right, let's go.
Runway 3785, contact tower 119.9 over there. Coming to 119.9. Okay, so that's Sigma 18 Central, routing time 0555 Zulu for Alabama, surrounding seas coastal waters for areas of embedded thunderstorms. That's all 450 to include possible tornadoes, hail up to 2 inches, wind gusts up to 65 miles. For more information, we have on site to frequencies.
1 and rotate.
4375, Marine Tower, runway 24 clear.
Positive rate of climb. Let's go clear up. Heading mode, let's go autopilot on. Thrust climb. Let's go direct. Asymmetrical thrust climb. switch over to approach. My frequency on is off. Contact approach. Let them know. I already would have been talking to him before 5,000, but all's good. It's humid out here thanks to that storm back there. Yeah, the weather's good here right now, but that same weather was moving over Birmingham, was moving toward it. It was like inching up to it. Yeah, true. Definitely understand that. Looks like there's aircraft landing in Birmingham right now. Looks like back there. There's 10,000. Let's get lights out.
Board 3785, turn left at Alpha 2, take park the Alpha this frequency, have a good night.
The Alpha this frequency, Alpha 30.
Glad they start turning the lights back on. You usually have to take off. They just start flipping the lights back up to 100%.
From all of us at American Airlines, we would like to thank you for flying with us today. A special welcome to Advantage members, One World frequent flyers, and Advantage credit card holders. Shortly, we will begin our in-flight service. On this flight, we are offering a selection of complimentary beverages with a snack. You may also purchase alcoholic beverages using a debit or credit card. As we prepare for the onboard service, you may begin using approved electronic devices. Wi-Fi and free entertainment are available on today's flight. Connect to the aainflight.com signal on your device to watch free movies and TV shows or to purchase Wi-Fi. As a reminder, headphones must be worn when listening to entertainment. Instructions and more information about our entertainment options are available in your seatback pocket. On today's flight, Advantage, Aviator, Red World Elite MasterCard holders will receive savings on Wi-Fi and in-flight purchases. Card members can earn up to $25 back on in-flight Wi-Fi purchases, 25% savings on in-flight food and beverages, and enjoy preferred boarding. Not an Aviator card member? Ask a flight attendant for more details. While you are seated, please keep your seatbelt fastened and visible to the crew, even when the seatbelt sign is off, as turbulence can happen unexpectedly. When the seatbelt sign is off,
passing 16, we'll be switching over to Atlanta Center.
Not congregate in any groups in any areas, especially around the galleys or lavatories. If you open an overhead compartment, use caution as carry-on items may have shifted during takeoff. Enjoy your flight.
Oh, they did turn the lights back on right after the announcement. Turn that crud back off. Air 17. Switch over to Atlanta Center. I said, we're going to try to go around the north side of this storm system to miss it for the most part. Traffic out here at my 11 o'clock. Same altitude looks like. He's 1,400 feet above us. As long as he stay on our left and out of our way. It's going opposite direction looks like. Moving right to left. One of the two. Kind of hard to tell. Both moving that slow. Yeah, I see his red wing light, so he's definitely moving opposite direction. Another aircraft there.
That 116 Alpha Sierra, Atlanta Center area is moderate precipitation at 12 o'clock at about 75 miles. That's set up, I'm sorry, solid line for about 175 miles.
Shouldn't have any
I don't, but I don't think it's
delay code from them. Yeah, reporting them, we were 6 minutes early. Take it. Yep, that is true. Keeps us on our toes. All right, the flight level 247. Memphis Center frequency ready to go. Oh yeah, that's right, 2800.
Cars off the line for it, and then is that Kbhm-Kdfw taking it? Kbhm-Kdfw Atlanta Center area is a moderate and heavy precipitation, 12 o'clock, 100 miles, all the way to Mobile. Did someone else stop? The 208 here, Atlanta Center area is a moderate and heavy precipitation, 12 o'clock, 40 miles, all the way to Birmingham, altimeter 3007.
Oh, right now he's doing it on VATSIM? Oh, you must see him on VATSIM.
Pacific 369, Atlanta Center area is a moderate and heavy precipitation, 12 o'clock and 50 miles, all the way to Houston.
That's got to be a long haul there.
Pacific 369, Birmingham, altimeter 3007. Emirates 256, contact Atlanta Center 125.57. Okay. 315, Charlie Juliet, contact Atlanta Center 125.57. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what I meant. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you said you see him on Valencia, so he's not even on. That's right. He's not even on VATSIM. The aircraft at my gate right now is American 1455. It's an A321, I think, Neo. Is it a Neo? I feel like it is. Oh no, just a regular A321. They are almost 2 hours delayed. They're going to New Orleans, which makes sense. They're probably waiting out that weather. Is what they're likely doing. He said he'll be over. Ah, no worries, no worries. Yeah, focus on his flight. Yeah, so it says they should be out the blocks. They should be pushing, hopefully, at 12:30 a.m. So that's in about an hour and a half. Hopefully they'll actually make that flight happen and be out the way. We'll have our gate, because no one else will be coming into that gate by the time they leave. Let's see, worst case we got Charlie 10 open, Charlie 7 open, and Charlie 4. So we should be good though. At this time of night we should be good.
There's no cap on it.
On that flight. Yo, what's up, FNL? We're just making our way back to Dallas here. That is a 321 Neo. Alright, it is a Neo. Yeah, they were supposed to be out the blocks at 21:48, but they were not. So yeah, I was saying earlier we're in a steel modeled interior U.S. Airways aircraft. This is what I was talking about on my earlier stream, that this was going to be the tail number when we're flying back. It has the normal American livery on the outside, but it still has some makings of the U.S. Airways. Even the seats, let's see, still kind of have that old school look to it. So we turn the lights up. Just kind of have that old school looking clocks to it. But yeah, like I said, you can see on the panel there it has the U.S. Airways livery still, which is pretty cool. All right, we got 3,000 feet to go. Let's get those lights back off in the back. All right, we'll be crossing into Memphis Center here shortly. Well, like I said, it still has the it's still the American livery. They just didn't update the interior. Now, I don't know if this is how it looks in the real world. I feel like I was reading the J Aviation's, and I think he was talking about this one and said that it's still modeled this way. I'm not sure if it actually is or not. It still has the U.S. Airways tail number. registration, should I say. I'm sure the tail number's still the same.
7359, contact, Framegen, approach 1231.
It's just the interior still kind of modeled of the old school look.
Keep on 5970, going to maintain 11,000, mobile altimeter.
I feel like that's what it was. All right, 1,000 to go. Oh no, it's not J Aviation. It's the Silky Smooth guy. That's who it is. That's who it is. Yeah, I thought I saw it somewhere, but I'm gonna have so many liveries for the Airbus. It's gonna be insane. 'Cause when the Sharklets come out, then those have to be modeled in as well. Let's see here. How's your flight going so far? I do have that livery though for the A321. I think we've flown it a couple times on the A321, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, gotcha. Bill told me you were live. Yeah, that's what I not like. My flight going to Birmingham, I ended up just taking a squad code because Center was online, or somebody at DFW was online, so I couldn't get the automated squad code. So I was listening to live ATC and heard a squad code given out to somebody, and I just took it. It was like, oh, that's my squad code now. But leaving out of Birmingham, it was just, it's not much going on there to on the ground for me to try to get one from anybody. How was the weather departing out of there? Oh, okay, you said some weather, unfortunately, navigating on. Okay, got you. Yep. I got a 92 knot, man. 283 and 92. Actually, would be. Oh crap! We're already in Memphis Center. Let's make the switch. early, to this center early. And then ZFW up next. We'll go 2672. Yeah, my bit rates is just a norm right now. The other day they were stable as all get out at 30,000 or 30 kbsp or kbps, and today is just fluctuating like crazy all over the place. So 2672, put you on there on standby. Not far off from what we have. Guard crews. Let's see what we have from Telex. Oh no, from here now. Another early time. Yeah, no ADC required. Try to get out of there as quickly as we could. Yeah. Gotta get a squawk code. I don't want to squawk 200, 2000 all the time. So if I can't get the automated one. But see, the only thing though about me doing it on VATSIM, if I file a flight plan and I don't use it, it's still. Actually, no, I don't think that's true. If I'm already active on the network, then it's taken. But if I don't be activated on a network, then somebody else still can use it. It's only if I'm on the network, someone can't use that call sign. So I'll log in just quick enough to get the call sign, get the squawk code, and then log off. But of course, no one has to be there. No controllers has to be online for that to happen. Oh yeah, true FNL. But I think too with that, when you're on the other, anywhere outside of the US, I don't think it'll give you an automatic squawk code, will it? I think outside the US it won't just give you, assign you one. Yeah, true. Yeah, you were talking about that in your stream yesterday. That's why I've never flown to it on a network or period, because I never got the chart for it, or charts for it. So I haven't flown to it like a real flight. I would in P3D load up at the airport just to like do the approach, only because I kind of knew the approach by heart. but never did a full flight. Nice. 80 degrees and soggy, humid. Oh, nice. Yeah, it should be only, if I'm not mistaken, it should only be domestic. Because I know anytime I've loaded in VATSIM outside the U.S., I wouldn't get a squawk code at all. So I would just squawk 2000. So by the time I entered back onto U.S. territory, it would still show that I'm on an IFR flight plan with the 2000 squawk code. Oh, sweet, thanks. See if this will work. Doubt that it will, but let's check it and see if we can pick it up. Hopefully it'll hold better this way. I changed my, let me see. Loves to fluctuate. I don't use anything, I'm not using anything else upload wise. Hopefully this holds a little bit better for now. We'll see. Okay. Oh yeah, I heard you talk about that yesterday. Yeah, because I was listening and watching on the way to work. And I don't think I got to finish the landing. I don't think you had landed in Key West yet. I think I did go back to watch it yesterday. I have to watch the return flight, but yeah, I was watching on the way to work. But when I got to work, I didn't get to touch my phone at all because I was working the gate boards yesterday, and we had so many cancellations. Right when I got to work, I was just sending out flight cancellations, gate changes. Surprisingly, SkyWest didn't do too bad yesterday. They were canceling a few flights. They didn't kill us yesterday like they normally do. Normally SkyWest is our problem child. But it wasn't bad, but I was busy. I had to keep managing the gates to make sure we were creating space. And when somebody was supposed to push, something happened on maintenance or something, so they got delayed. So I had to make gate changes for aircraft that just landed. So they're not waiting too long to get to a gate. And yeah, I was busy from 2 p.m. up until I was relieved of my duties. Around, I think I went home like around 11. I think I left work around 11, but I was busy the whole time. Yep, that's how it goes. It always happens all at once. And then it just stops. Unless the weather's messing with things. We have to close the ramp. That typically is really our only time where you can kind of catch up with things if the ramp's closed. But the problem is if you're on traffic and when the ramp opens, everybody starts calling for push. And so now you have to strategically get people pushed. You also got aircraft that landed that needs to get into the ramp, so they're all holding with ground. So they all have to stay there at least till you can start freeing up the gates, getting the outbounds out, and then trying to work the inbound traffic into the gates and into the ramp. So yeah, it can get hectic, but man, it's like, I swear sometimes it's, when it hits the fan like that, I feel like I'm in the Matrix or something. I'm just on go mode, and everything is I'm working it. Like my brain is processing things at this point now like it's nothing. And then it stops, and then I'm like, geez, man, it got busy. And I was doing it. I was getting it. So it's a cool feeling when you're in the zone, when you get in the zone and you can just make things work the way they're supposed to. Oh yeah, the cockpit reflection. Like I said, if my bit rates would stay where they are and stop fluctuating all over the place, that'll make the streaming stay looking better. Yep, and yeah, that's the man. It's some dude. I'm telling you, some of the pilots are just outrageous, man. Even here, they'll call ops for catering, saying, "Yeah, we need catering at Echo 24 Alpha," and we're looking at the camera, and catering is literally connected to the aircraft. And we're like, "Yeah, catering's on your tail." We're like, "Oh, okay, thanks. Well, never mind." And most of the time, though, it's the FAs that's coming up to them, telling them that without checking, because they're, getting things ready in the flight deck. So they're not looking back there for the FAs. And, on the 700, 900s, they typically are connecting at the rear of the aircraft. I think normally for those guys, they connect on the R2. Oh, I'm sorry, the L2 side at the rear, so they don't, see them on the right side, right behind them in the front seat, so, but yeah, it's a lot of calls for that. I mean, be a ton of calls for catering. Everything is calling for catering. Like, oh, hey, can you, catering came, but they forgot the first class snack basket. And you send them back with some pretzels, and it's like, it's almost comical. Yeah, dread in the moment is lifted, exactly. Yeah, it is definitely on another level, man. At the Bravo terminal, we have, what, about 40? No, not 40. It's probably about 30 gates. Because we handle gate 19 through Bravo 49, I think it is. We have a 49? No, yeah, I think there is a Bravo 49, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Might be Bravo 48. So we got all of those aircraft that come and go. And then at the E-terminal, we're handling every airplane on the E-terminal. So from Echo 2 to Echo 38 Bravo. So the entire terminal, that includes that main terminal as well as the satellite out there. So we're handling all of that traffic. Now, fortunately, operations-wise, when it comes to catering and potable and all that stuff, we don't handle none of that stuff for Delta, Spirit, Frontier, United, Avelo, JetBlue. In 6 months that I've been here, first time seeing JetBlue come into the ramp. They've been there, but they rarely ever come to DFW. And they use gate Echo 7 as well. So Echo 7 is like a catch-all gate. Avelo parks at Echo 7. Frontier park at Echo 7. I think I said Avelo already. Yeah, they park there. JetBlue parks there. But for Avelo and JetBlue, that is the only gate they park at, is Echo 7. So, but yeah, I saw them come in 2 days ago. I think it was when I was on traffic. I was like, yo, was that JetBlue coming in? But I'm looking at it on the radar, and sure enough, it was. So that was cool to see them for the first time in 6 months of being here. They've never come into the ramp when I've been on traffic. Gotcha. Yeah, I kind of look forward to that little lull period in between, because you know we have banks, so you have like a maybe a 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. bank, and then we don't have anything between, you know, between 4:15 and 5 maybe. It'll be some sprinkled flights in between that, but so that's where we get our little downtime. And I'm already in the office, so if anything, I'll just stand up at my desk. We have the desk that raise up as well. So if we don't want to sit for 10 hours, we can stand up and then raise the entire desk up and still work. But yeah, for the most part, I'm sitting down.
Framegen 11,000 call 23007, and I believe you have a better radar than us, so if you can give us a picture around the weather, that would be great.
Oh, okay, nice. Wow, y'all had an A38. Did you see it?
We appreciate that. Heading 080 shuttle 6031.
Oh yeah, occasionally we'll get some ExpressJet or SkyWest operated under United. We'll get them to come in every now and then, and we know it's operated under United because they're the only ones who park at the United gates for SkyWest. So we automatically know it's an E175. Because everything else SkyWest are all 700s. So if we see a SkyWest come in and is going to Echo 4 or Echo 6 or something, we automatically know it's a United Express SkyWest jet. Right. Between 9 and 5. Oh yeah, true.
Memphis Centerman Cell 654 at 200, and we're making the turn direct.
Oh, gotcha. Anybody you know was there to see it come in? How'd you find out it came in?
All right, thank you. Fantastic.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we had a couple do that, divert from, I feel like Denver or from Albuquerque or something, somewhere that ended up diverting all the way back to DFW. And I was like, why would they come here all the way from Denver? But it was for some maintenance issue too or something. And we do get a lot of diversions for Spirit and Frontier. They'll just show up calling for a spot. And we have all our gates selected on the map, the live maps that we use. So when the airplanes are coming in, their symbol is bigger, bolder, and it has the gate assignment and the flight number captioned above it. Where every other airplane, they're just small icons, and we don't really, you know, it's not coming to any of your gates. But if a flight that's not supposed to be coming in, it'll just fly in under the radar. We won't notice it. We'll have to start clicking about the map to find one of the inbounds that could be that aircraft. And we know automatically that it's a diverted flight, and they're diverting back to DFW. But that's mainly, like I said, for Frontier, Spirit, those guys. But like SkyWest, PSA, Envoy, the dispatchers call us ahead of time and let us know. They'll either call us and let us know that they're using us as a diversion station, or we can pull up in the programs that we use to look up the flights, you know, what crew is going to be on the flight. We can look up in there and see how many of the flights actually are using DFW as a diversion. And that's mainly just like you at your station, you know, to make sure that we got personnel available if the flight diverts. So all of the gate agents will be like, I think they sit there watching FlightAware like it's a world championship game or something, waiting to see that last flight land at its destination so they can call us to see if they can go home. So it's kind of crazy, and especially when I was working overnight, they'd be like, hey, all right, the last flight just left, can we go home? And so I'll look at what I've already written down as what's supposed to be alternates for tonight, for that night, and I'll already have them all pulled up on like multiple tabs of FlightAware, so I can keep track of what has already landed at its destination, what's still in the air, or if it's diverting. And if they've all landed, then, you know, I'll let them know, yeah, y'all can go home. All the flights have landed that had us as a diversion, and, you know, it's good to go. Oh, gotcha. So you didn't want to drive all the way down. Yeah, understandable. Oh, gotcha. Later, my coworker. Social media. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yep, that sounds about right. 49 minutes, I think. Alright, we'll be out of Memphis Center. The hour and 35 minutes we'll be at in DFW. I don't know that this, well, it says midnight. That's still another hour from now. I don't even know how long. When are we supposed to land? Well, we're still about another hour and 20 minutes out anyway. Okay, got you. Man, so SkyWest is still flying CR200s?
Slope 6031.
SkyWest with all their diversions and flight cancellations. Yeah, this will give that. I would take some shortcuts, but I think we'll fly the whole leg because at this time of night, it's not like aircrafts are getting out the way soon enough. All right, they got a departure time in 50 minutes. Hopefully they'll be out of here on time. But I'm pretty sure it's because they're waiting on that weather to move on. Oh, that weather's clobbering Louisiana right now. Yeah, and I think we did a good route there. It's just now really getting over Birmingham with all the lightning and such down there with Louisiana. That flight may not even end up going to Louisiana. It's not moving very fast either.
First, good evening, Air Shuttle 6031, passing 12-2, descending 11,000 with Romeo, and we are heading 090. Oh, roger that. Sorry about that. Air Shuttle 631.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. I don't know if that'll actually fully show up on the screen. But yeah, this weather looks terrible over the area right now. And like I said, there's a flight at my gate right now that's supposed to go out to MSY, which I don't know that they're going to actually make it. Oh, gotcha. Wow. Oh, got you. Yeah, so right now we are up here near Nashville. Actually, we're about to be leaving further out of Tennessee. Oh, no, we're still in Tennessee, a good distance. But yeah, we're right over Nashville. So we're over the heavy stuff for the most part, but this is how close we almost got caught in Birmingham leaving if we would have left any later. So that's why I'm glad we got out of there when we did on the route that I set up, so we can get out of there. And then we'll come around the north side and then back down south to Dallas. Probably can do a direct at this point, but I kind of don't because I don't want to land and have to wait for that airplane to move to be out of there. But that weather looks wicked. Oh, I don't do any of that stuff. I'm in the office the whole time. All I do is talk to the pilots on the radio to give them push clearance or entry into the ramp or exit in the ramp. That is it. That's all I do. I'm sure the ramp guys. I feel like one of my coworkers who used to work on the ramp, who's now working with me, he said. I think he said he didn't like the 175 too much. I feel like he said he liked the CRJs, working the 700s and the 900s more for some reason. I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be mistaken on that. But he said he does not want to go back down to the ramp for any reason. Yeah, Bill, looks terrible. Oh, I see what's going on over there. Holy cow. Let's see, we gotta have that's obviously a low pressure swinging that around that way. And there's gotta be a high pressure right here somewhere to be pushing him out that direction. Let's see. Yeah, there's the low pressure there. Actually, that's that low pressure there. That's kind of swinging that up. That is interesting. That is an interesting dynamic of how that's moving. Probably be just a lot of precipitation. Doesn't look too crazy, just some light to moderate. But down here, Louisiana is getting stomped right now. Louisiana, Mississippi. And it's moving so slow, that's what makes it even worse. And what's making it move so slow is this high pressure. Low pressure is trying to swing it around and go, and the high pressure is swinging it back, and they kind of bumping each other and making it stall out. Fortunately, this high pressure is not that strong, so the low pressure is able to kind of beat it out a little bit to push that storm on. But the high pressure is definitely not helping it. These isobars are not close; they're pretty spread out. So if these isobars are a lot tighter and closer together, this thing would just be sitting and just causing all kinds of havoc. I'm sure it's causing havoc now, but it'd probably be worse. Oh, Bill, you were talking to FNL. Gotcha. Yeah, that version only. One guy doing the marshalling and one wing walker. I gotcha. That's always good. At least y'all are getting compliments.
12435.
Max of 2, and one guy push comes to shove. Gotcha. Yeah, when I just reread it and realized you said that, Bill, that's when I realized you was talking to FNL. Oh, gotcha. Yep, I swear, I just saw one today. I swear it was fuel pouring out the wings. It was a video in Louis Armstrong at MSY on Alaska Airlines. It was just dumping fuel out the wings. They had buckets under there trying to catch it, and they had to throw down whatever those soak up things are to try to catch it and keep it before it got to the drains. It was wicked. Two low pressure systems, and they had a picture that looked like Bill. They had it drawn out. Oh man. Check system shut off. Oh, gotcha. The CR 200, since they sit so low, you just fuel over the wing, right? I think the 700s too. I think they fuel. Oh no, I think the 700s they have. I think the fuel cap's like on the inner part of the wing or something next to the fuselage. I think it is. I typically see the fuelers out there on the cameras when the pilots are constantly calling operations for needing fuelers out. Actually, we are past Tennessee. We should be already. Yeah, we are further than that. Already north of Memphis now. That checks. Gotcha. Yeah, because I've heard some times of the pilots calling in saying they overfueled us by like 1,000 pounds. Like, yeah, y'all got to come back out and defuel. And I didn't know defueling was such a booger until being here. They have to, like here, when they have to defuel, the fuelers have to go out there with a tanker, an empty tanker truck, to defuel the airplane. So even when I was on overnight, if there were planes that came in that were staying, that were running or remaining overnight at the gates or even on the maintenance pads, we'd have to account for what those aircraft, what fuel was in those aircraft. So when the next day come, that plane may not have had a flight assigned to it for the next day, but almost all the time it'll get assigned something before, you know, the early start flights. And so the overnight team, we'd have to, well, normally we typically get what we call run fuel from the fuelers, who are now Menzie fuel. They used to be Alliant, no, not Alliant, Allegiant or something like that. Allied. It was Allied fuel. So like around 2:30 a.m. in the morning, they would finally send us the run fuel amount for all the aircraft that we have sitting at the gates. And if anything was sitting at the gates with over 10,000 pounds of fuel, we'd send it back to them to defuel it down to like 8.5 is what I normally would defuel it down to. That way, if it's an early morning flight that got assigned to it, it's not causing a delay on the first flight of the day of having to be defueled, because it does take them a long time to defuel those planes. And I've seen it take, like, in the time of one needing to be done, like an hour almost. And that's why they hate defueling airplanes, because it's not as easy as fueling it. So it's pretty wild. Thing on the panel afterwards, once all is fueled out, walk to the flight deck and ask for the signature. Right on. Fueling by thousands, that may be a bad fuel truck or poor training, because your goal is to gotcha. I think too what happens for our guys if they end up overfueling, it's because they got sent the wrong fuel amount from us. Somebody in operations made a mistake on it, like the load planners or something. They could have made a mistake and sent the wrong fuel, and then the captain will get there and he's like, yo, we're only supposed to have 7.5 on this flight, we got 10,000. And then we'll try to call the dispatcher, see if they can restructure the flight to be able to take that amount of fuel, especially if weight isn't an issue as far as passengers go. And sometimes they'll be able to restructure the flight plan so it can use that, most of that amount of fuel. Yeah, but like you said, typically if it's done, if the fuel is overfueled on their own case, it is by like maybe 200 to 300 pounds, if that. But if it happens, then, we automatically know that that outbound flight's going to be late, because the fuelers have to go back to the warehouse and get a tanker, bring it back there so they can defuel it, and that could take a while. So any flights we already got assigned inbound for that gate, we start moving it around. We start moving flights from behind that flight, so we don't end up having the aircraft sitting and running over taxi time. That too is why I started on my flights, like whatever my fuel is, I'll add like an additional 100 or 200 pounds on top of that, just because typically that's what the fuelers will do. At least for our airplanes, they'll do that because if something happens and the pilots push off and they got to be brought back into the gate, or something just delayed, the fuelers don't want to show back up just to add 200 pounds of fuel. So they typically will give an extra 100 to 200 pounds to make sure they don't call back, especially during those busy hours where they got to go and take care of other aircraft that's already on the schedule to be fueled up. Oh yeah, true. Dang, you add 500 extra? Is that only like on the airline flights? I assume that's not on the just the jets that come in there, or is it for them too? You're generous, man. 500 extra. Oh, okay, gotcha. Just now about to reach that equal time point. Where did I see that at? 2 miles at 5:05. Reaching the equal time point here. We're looking to land around or arrive around 6:04 Zulu. What is our schedule time? Oh, we may be early. We're supposed to arrive around 6:28. This is the first time I've actually gotten well, we did leave 15 minutes early, almost 15 minutes early, so that's why. I was about to say, anytime I fly the Airbus, this thing's so efficient, it makes sure to get you there at the time you are supposed to be there, not a minute sooner. I swear, every time I plan the 7-3s, I'm almost always nearly 20 minutes ahead, leaving on time. Oh, on the sim. Okay, got you. I'm not an expert at it, but that is what I do. Got you. I was about to say, that's generous. Very generous. Yeah, true. Gotcha. Let's see what time we're switching over to them. All right, 1:35. Should be arriving around 5:52 Zulu. I got the mind to believe that flight may end up next day delaying or canceling. That's at my gate. If it cancels, like I said, fortunately it's late, so I don't got to worry about any other flights coming in. And chances are 10 is going to stay. Alright, I'm going to show you guys the program that we use at work. I'm not going to show you the title, but I'll just kind of let y'all see a part of it here. So this is the map that we use at work. So see, this is what I was saying earlier, how you can see, I can select certain gates and it'll tell me what aircraft is assigned to that gate, so when they arrive, I can see them arriving, and I swear it looks like fighter jets coming in when it's during the day and it's busy during the banks. You just see them lined up like missiles shooting in or something. But like, I pick the gates that I want to see for when they arrive, and so for me, parking at Charlie 8. Unless these guys all pushed out the program, may have glitched or something, but I know Charlie 10, Charlie 4 is open, but this is the guy that's at our gate right now. It's American 1455 going to MSY. Is a 321 Neo. Oh, they updated his block time out to now midnight 30, which is what FlightAware is showing now. Registration. And this guy's going to Charlie 6. We can see American 1376 inbound from MCI 738. So this is the program I use here when I'm seeing what real road traffic is at what gates. Let me see something here. All right, I just wanted to make sure not much was going to show up when I did this. So I can go in here and select all the gates I want to see highlighted when the airplane is assigned to it that's coming in. I can see all of these. I can pick a different terminal, FedEx ramp. All of these I can see and choose to see who's coming in where.
Center Butcher 56 right 28, 12,800. Center to 11,000.
I don't know what's going on.
3006, and we have the weather. We're requesting the RNAV for only 18 right.
Let me see, I'll make sure I didn't miss something you said here. Oh, got you. I assume y'all have y'all had any cruise time out while diverting to y'all's airport? Strange. That'd be wild if that happened and they have to try to get a crew over to that airport to finish their flight to get those passengers there. Oh yeah, true.
Clear direct to Hager and then send 4,000 pushes.
Yeah, true. The only thing is with like serious pilots, you know, small single engine, and you know that as a pilot, you cannot be too heavy. It really means something. It really makes a difference. Well, I mean, yeah, the 26 gallons to 25 gallons shouldn't make much of a difference, but at your airport, it probably makes a huge difference. If I took it, I'd just try to go sit somewhere and burn off that gallon as much as I can. Burn off at least 2 gallons just to be sure. If he's riding it that close to the edge of being overweight. But no, yeah, I definitely get that. I don't recall. Share it again and let's see. But I don't remember where crew timed out. Frontier crew timed out. Diversions, they were fuel critical. They decided to land at our airport. They get a bird strike. Oh man, yeah, that had to be the worst flight. The worst flight for them to not only divert somewhere where it's not one of the diversion stations, but then to get a bird strike on top of that.
Number 20 in the atmosphere level 5000.
So let's top of descent.
Roger, we'll get them here shortly once we get better reception, and we'll advise with the approach rate. Thank you.
Delta 2501, that's the center area for monitoring communication until van. Descend via the van 3, arrival landing north, that's the altimeter 991. Center 501, Mike Golf, contact with center 126.45.
Set up an approach. Let's set up the approach. Make sure they're not closed. That runway's not closed. Also make sure we're still on north flow. Okay, yeah, we're still north flow. Alright. First and foremost. Alright, yep. 35 right is still active and in use. So 35 right. So hold on, I lose it. Yeah, let's go back. Let's 35 right. We already have the star. Sure though.
From Tiger at about 3,600 cleared. RNAV runway 18 right approach.
Here's Director Hager at or above 2,000, and then cleared for the RNAV. 18 right approach. Position 629.
5629. Everything's right except the altitude. Hager at or above 3,600.
Hager at or above 3,600. Push 629.
Alright, yeah, that's what we'll use. Let's insert that. That's in 30 minutes.
about 3655, reduce to 250 knots. Let me know if you need relief. I'm late up. It'll be fine either way. FedEx 41, Metro Center, descend via the band 3, arrival landing north, Metro altimeter 209
Yeah, we'll go. We can roll out that far.
During Lima Sierra, descend to policy discretion, maintain 4,000.
Yeah, we can roll it to the end. We'll have to go to the end anyway, most likely.
Hang on the chair, we got weather notice at Huntsville back. We'll just see requesting visuals now.
Great, I'll have lower for you. That's restricted areas. Alpha is active 93 and below, and Bravo is active 2004.
Copy all this, sir.
American 2979, upwards to the frequency. Please check downward view speed, national approach 119.3 knots. Metro Center, descend via the band 3, arrival landing north, Metro altimeter 20901.
Oh yeah, I gotta get these in here. Okay.
FedEx 52, Metro Center, descend via the band 3, arrival landing north, Metro altimeter 20901. FedEx 58. Southwest 3655, upwards to the frequency now. Please check out with your speed. National approach 119.3.
Person is going to be 270. Alright, it's got it there already. Alright. Does not have one. There is one. 240 at 11.
That's up to the service to the field. Please advise the frequency approved. For cancellation this frequency on the ground supply service, I should be able to hear you as long as you're around the limit.
Alright, change over to CCAT, and we'll cancel with you guys on the ground.
Alright, the town is 210 at 11 as well. Top of the scene coming up here. Alright, let me see what you said here. I'm doubting we don't have a contract with them. Frontier told us to not touch the bags. When they came, they didn't even call us, and they dropped early. Oh, it happened at 1 in the morning.
It might have been a little bit better. I had one, maybe 30, 45 minutes from that area, go down to 200. I think unfortunately it was this weather is going to be tough.
Oh, man. Oh, man. At least nobody broke their foot stepping their foot down, so that's good.
Memphis and Memphis Sierra, field side.
Crazy this year, Roger. And reference to restricted area, physical approach will get to this.
Alright, clear visual, we'll do a Huntsville executive, we'll maintain altitude over the restricted, thank you.
Wow, the ramp guys from Frontier drove an hour in the U-Haul truck. See, and speaking of that, that is the reason why our company has people before bags. If anything has to get off the airplane, it will always be people over bags. We do not care, because bags are way more expensive to take care of on things like that, which you think sounds crazy, but it's very expensive to go pick up bags and get them to where they go to than it is people. It's a lot more complex of moving parts with bags, so it's easier to kick people off, give them a voucher. People can find their way to shelter. Bags cannot. People can do what they need to do. You just throw them a voucher and they go find their way. Bags cannot do that. So bags will not go before people. They can kick people off. Wow. Oh yeah, so they had to get maintenance out there to even look at the bird strike and figure that out. Gotcha. That's pretty wild. Wild stuff. Yeah, true. And it might be security reasons too. That could be the reason too, is security
Roger,
reasons.
over to advise you, we'll go and cancel the I-bar now. VFR truck going out.
We're almost there. We're passing for Smith now.
Approach with system 639. We landed on only one right from here.
Oh, got you. Yeah, I was kind of thrown off by that when I first heard that as well. Like, why? It should be easy to leave bags behind. Throw them on the next flight. But yeah, it's more expensive leaving bags. So,
7518, contact message approach 125.
much easier to leave people behind. It's wild, but it makes sense when you look at the logistics behind it.
At the approach Pacific 5629.
Probably security and a lack of true security. Yeah, exactly. Ah, got you. Yeah, to them it'd be too much of a risk. And if anyone messes up anything or steals something from someone's bag, it's easier to fire their own people than to have to investigate someone from a completely different airport of what could be missing and all that stuff. So it definitely makes sense.
Approach Pacific 5629.
I got block out yet. Expected to depart in 4 minutes. Alright, let me look at some other stuff here. so let's get approach on my side, 25. Actually, we should be crossing over already at this point, so let's switch over to this side, we'll put the tower frequency and round. We'll also switch over to 19.4. Let's do this one, 19.4. Tower, East Tower, 2655. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, we'll be expecting to talk to ramp tower on 131.27. Talk to them. Yeah, we left out of, I think we left out of Alpha 19 or something, I think. We'll be back talking with these guys when we arrive. Yeah, Charlie 8, we're likely going to come in on, let's see if we do have to take the Echo route.
Hey, let's maintain power 320.
We'll be coming south this way, and we'll likely come in 24 to 8. Yeah, that'd be the only, because this is a different side. We can't come in through this way. So yeah, we'd have to go past and then Echo Kilo and into the ramp. So we'll be looking at. Alright, so we expect to contact ramp tower on 131.27.
Hey, Mike, net power pressure maintain 13,000. Report altimeter, back to Grant County, altimeter 298.
Let's see what our message was. We got 2 messages. 527. Should know connection flights be going out at this time of night. It doesn't look like only one American 766 to Indy. Midnight 55 should be out the blocks at
United 11-6 Christian United 13-6 to contact Houston 123.72 tonight.
The whole crew should be off tonight after this flight. Looks like it. 2030 crew off at DFW. Susan, James, Mary, and Jessica. Yeah, the whole crew is off at this time of night. Everybody's going home.
Fairwinds 347, going to maintain 5 with 240.
40 swing, 347.
United 1128, contact Houston Center 132.77, 3277, good night.
1128, have a great night.
Scheduled, still they have not pushed, I don't think. Let's double check. Still some airplanes landing. Must be some. I see United 1949 going to Echo 6 just landed. 12. They are definitely sitting the Echo Sierra route right now. So we may have to be in trail on the Echo Sierra at midnight. That is interesting. Let's see, Charlie 8, he has not pushed. Oh, they pushed his block time to 1 a.m. See, estimated money on our schedule. What are they doing? They're still going. Estimated out the block time now, 1 a.m. Estimated takeoff time was midnight 45. They haven't updated these times. Scheduled out the block time was 22:48. Still showing them 12:30 though on flight aware.
Fairwinds 347, contact Houston Center 132.77, good day.
77, enjoy your night, yeah.
$540.
Take my 708, contact Freeport approach on 119.9, 19.9.
Yeah, it is now.
6877, contact position on 135.
It's a nice night now.
35. 6877, affirmative, thanks for checking out. 3575 for forward center.
Let me see, I get all my frequency set up. 2505 is regional approach. And we'll slow it down if it shall be fine. Said 11, didn't he? The funky is 240. I don't know why it's giving a weird number. It's supposed to be 240. That's 240. Yeah, not doing none of that. Yeah, now that we're around all that crazy stuff. Yeah, no crazy passengers. Bill is still in here. I was listening to Bill's stream, that 175 stream. He was talking about the VNAV thing. I don't know why those guys don't just go and get the VNAV from the 175s that Field there did. To me, it just makes sense to go get it from those guys. They didn't bother to bring the aircraft over. It only makes sense. It worked perfectly fine in P3D. Let's go ahead and start that. It worked great in P3D, so I don't. And if Field is not going to do anything with the 175s, they should at least give that information over to was it FSS somebody or something? And that dropped fast. Oh, dang it, I forgot to set the lower altitude. Let's go down to 11. My mistake. Like I said, Field there's not doing anything with it. They should have at least went to those guys and said, hey, can we get the code from...
Same by 356, contact position 126.57, good night.
From you guys for this VNAV stuff. used. Somebody's accent. Somebody's accent. That's the only one that was open. Sit next to the old guy. Develop it themselves, boy. I'm afraid that maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they still are working on it behind the scenes. Maybe they forgot. Well, supposedly they've already done another update on it recently. But I mean, yeah, I mean, they should develop it on their own, but if they just don't have the right personnel there to develop it for them, then hey, go pay Field there for their code translated into Microsoft, because the VNAV works perfect in the 175 through Field there. Just take the whole line so they can put the 190s out too, and the 195s, and just have the whole lineup. It's just wild how Field there could have made a lot more money off bringing their 145s, 135s, and the E-Jets over to Microsoft, but instead they decided to do cheap scenery. I feel like doing, maybe not. Maybe building the code for an entire aircraft anatomy is probably more time consuming than just building some little small. Well, some of the sceneries they made aren't small. Like, they've done some big airports. I feel like that takes a while, a long time to do just as much as building an aircraft, if you're doing it right. It's 16 miles out. End up getting like Charlie 10 or something. Oh, maybe that was the update that I saw then. I think you're right. That's what it was.
Closed. Runway 31 left closed. Runway 35 right in the marker out of service. Runway 35 center closed. Runway 35 center in the marker out of service. Runway 35 left closed. Runway 35 left melter out of service. Precision approach path indicator out of service. Runway status lights out of service. Taxiway Kilo closed between taxiways Echo Foxtrot and Yankee. Taxiway Juliet Yankee closed. Bird activity vicinity airport. Advise on initial contact. You have information data. Dallas Fort Worth International Airport arrival information data. 0453 Zulu. Wind 050 at 4. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 1,800. Temperature 16. 2.14. Altimeter 2988. Remarks. AO2 sea level pressure 113 Tango 01560144. ILS approach to runways 36 left, 35 right. Landing runway 35 center expect to hold.
The guy just canceled for me there. He's year 4 from Porter, maintain 2,000, still established on low budget, cleared ILS running 34 approach.
2,000 still established, clear for the ILS 34 approach of Jet
we go to Detroit. I may try to do that flight tomorrow morning.
190,
Headed to Detroit.
FedEx 1100 heavy,
321.
340. Altitude 850, if and when you're able, referring cancellation via farthest frequency, or if you're unable to cancel in the air, you can cancel via frequency 121.6 on the ground.
Alright, we'll cancel as soon as we can.
Altitude 850, change to advisory frequency, approved, W9.
Change to advisory,
Oh, gotcha,
4009, you're 2 from RG, maintain 3,000, still established on low project, cleared ILS running 16 left approach.
3,000, still established, cleared for the ILS, 16 left, country 4009.
FedEx 1123, descend, maintain 3,000.
3,000, FedEx 1123.
Sun Country 4009, maintain 170 knots to Wigzu.
170 to Wigzu, Sun Country 4009.
72831, contact left tower 123.7, good night.
23.7, so 28.31, good night.
American 1092, departure ready contact, climb, maintain 17,000, stay altitude leaving. Delta 420, regional approach, Kbhm, I got 36 left or 35 right, Delta's current at DFW. Thanks, expected. Sun Country 4009, contact the Alliance Tower 13515, good night.
Tower, good night, 4009.
FedEx 1123, turn 10 degrees left.
10 left, FedEx 1123.
Sun Country 4009, left tower, Alliance Tower 13515. American 1092, turn left direct Lindy. American 2067, descend and maintain 4,000.
4,000, 2067.
Delta 420, clear direct all in, maintain 5,000.
Base is reported at 1,000 feet on the Alliance funnel. Freeways 812, turn right 230, descend and maintain 3,000.
Turn 230, 3,000, turn right 812.
Oh yeah, I already got my gate set up over there, Bill. I think I have to look, but I've already set my gate up. My gate's over there already. Let me see.
Target 23 to 7 Ridge approach, thanks. Delta current at DFW, got 36 left or 35 right. Yes, sir, expected.
Yeah, my gate's gonna be D30.
12, fighting 270, report DFW inside if you can. It's currently 3 o'clock and about 11 miles.
270, field side, fairway.
Gotcha.
Straight 812, clear visual approach, 36 left.
Visual 36 left, turn right 812.
I have no idea, Bill. It depends on what time I wake up.
210,
I'd like to say at like 6 a.m., but who knows? All right, we got some, got an aircraft in front of us. Where is he? Trying to see if I see
Spirit 812, maintain 170 knots, graded bobbin, contact tower 124.15, have a good night.
2415, 170 at Bobbin, or greater, Spirit Lane 812, connect.
See ya. American 1092, contact Forward Center 132902, have a good night.
Yeah, I have not flown to Detroit in here.
American
I was
2067,
saying that
15
on
degrees right, 15 degrees right.
stream earlier today
15
that
degrees right, American 20.
I have not gotten to fly into Detroit at all, and if it was on my schedule, it was on the schedule with a bunch of other places I didn't want to fly to or didn't have the scenery, or the scenery that was there was terrible. So I had to cancel doing that flight, that schedule. I had to pick a new schedule, basically. So I just added Detroit to the schedule this time.
American 2067, descend maintain 3000.
3000, American 2067.
Delta 420, turn left heading 050, descend and maintain 4000.
Nope, shouldn't be slowing down that much. Let's go to 30 at least.
FedEx 1100 heavy, turn right heading 070.
Town said 210. All right. We'll maintain 210 then. There's the traffic we saw. I think how we are.
American 2067, turn right heading 270.
Yeah, that should connect just fine.
270,
Let's go ahead and clean it up.
4009, departure ready contact, maintain 3000. You want to try again? American 1768, departure ready contact, maintain 10,000. FedEx 1123, maintain 170 knots, the Wig Zoo, contact the Alliance Tower 135.15, good night.
170, the Wig Zoo, 35,
Yeah,
FedEx 1123.
Sun Country 4009, turn right at 270. American 2067, clear visual approach, 36 left, maintain 170 knots or greater to Bobbin.
170 or greater to Bobbin, clear for the visual, 36 left, American 26.
Gallop's way
Delta
out.
420, turn left heading 030, maintain 3000.
Oh, we'll just go direct to it is what we'll do. All right, let's just insert that. And we'll go direct to
Fine
Gallop.
visibility, into DFW in a way, to the northwest of DFW is crowded. FedEx 1100 heavy, your beam RU, turn right in 130, maintain 3000 full steps from low cloud, cleared ILS, runway 16 left approach. American 2067 fighting 330 to join final, contact tower 12415, good night.
330 to join, going to tower, American 2067, good night.
American 1768, clear direct to Lindy, maintain 10,000. Sun Country 4009, turn right in 320. American 514, departure to contact, maintain 10,000.
Yeah, true that, FNL. Oh, you're going to Belize. Wow.
Delta 420, flying 030.
Yeah, I've been there. Last time I flew in there was in P3D, I think. I think that was the last time I flew into
420, clear visual approach, running 36 left. FedEx 1100 Heavy, thanks. Contact Alliance Tower 13515, good night. Delta 420, reduce speed to 170 or less, and contact Tower 124.15, have a good night. Sun Country 4009, turn right heading 340. American 1768, climb and maintain 17,000.
Yeah, there's nothing going on. We should definitely be able to just exit Echo Lima straight across and into the ramp. There's no traffic going. There's traffic landing on the west side, but that's it. It's not enough to make us go to Echo route. Let's see, did this guy leave? He has not.
Electronic devices such as cell phones, tablets, and smartwatches must remain in airplane mode until after we land. If your tablet has a detachable keyboard, it must be detached for landing. We will now collect any remaining service items. We will be landing soon.
On tower.
American 1768, contact Fort Worth Center 132.902. Good night.
Runways Long Star approach.
American 514, climb and maintain 17,000. American 2387, descend and maintain 4,000.
I think American flies into there as well. I don't recall having a... I feel like I may have had it come up on the schedule, but just didn't ended up picking it up because of everything else on the schedule I didn't want. We're 18-mile final.
American 514, clear direct darts.
It's nice and muggy out here.
Sun Country 4009, turn right in 070. American 514, contact Fort Worth Center 13575, good night. Stay off.
Approaching morning, LabQuest 640 through 9 for 6 hotel.
LabQuest 640, regional approach, thanks. Plan the ILS or the RNAV Yankee to 31 left, proceed direct to miles, join the funnel.
RC35 right over the clouds right there.
Roger, expected.
Oh, let's Army approach.
American 785, departure to contact, climb and maintain 17,000.
Cloud slope and localizer. Nice.
Sun Country 4009 to be marked, U-turn right heading 130, maintain 3000 till establishment on low cloud, cleared ILS, runway 16 left approach.
And there's one of the, oh no, they're leaving. Two out there.
American
They're kind of
2387
hot
to sun, maintain 3000.
1-8 left. I mean 3-6 left.
American 785, cleared direct Lindy.
Yeah, there's no inbounds here. They both are leaving. Actually, one of them is coming in to land. The other one is leaving. I think he's leaving. I think he's about to make the turn.
Of course, 648 is one over you got it. Proceed direct miles and join the low class.
So we just cut it in there, and we're headed to miles.
Thanks, sir.
Let's go flaps 1.
Sun Country 4009, contact the Alliance Tower 135.15, good night. American 2387, turn left heading 090.
Drop the gear now.
LabQuest 640, you're 20 miles from miles, cross miles at about 3000, cleared ILS, running 31 left approach.
Very good, so miles at 3, and clear for 31 left ILS for 40.
Lone Star approach, Alaska 424, 21-4 descending via the Kbhm. We have information echo.
424, regional approach, good evening. Delete speeds on the arrival, expect running 36 left.
That Alaska's going to be parking at Echo 11 tonight.
American 2387, report DFW.
Y'all are listening.
9 o'clock, 12 miles.
It's going to be parking Echo
American
11.
2387, cleared visual approach, running 36 left, contact the tower 124.15, have a good night.
Guarantee you, I didn't look at the map or anything, they always
American
park Echo
785,
11.
contact support center 132.902, have a good night.
Switch over the tower. Shouldn't hear anything because tower isn't getting any traffic right now. Let's go flaps 3. Flaps full. My aircraft. It went slightly off the right.
100 above. Minima.
Continuing.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. Retard.
That was pretty smooth, I'd say. Reversers. There's 80 knots. 70. 60. My brakes. Alright guys, welcome back to DFW. Thank you, thank you. Alright, this should be the Echo Lima. That takes us across the bridge. There's Echo Lima. Alright, clock stopped. For now, we'll leave those up. We're not going to turn on the GPU because this plane's done for the night. Alright, brake temps are good. Go flaps up.
We would like to be the first to welcome you to your destination. As a reminder, please stay seated with your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign is off. Keep the aisle clear of all items. Don't forget to check your seat back pocket and surrounding area to ensure you have all your belongings like cell phones, tablets, or chargers. When you open the overhead compartment, please be careful as items may have shifted in flight. You may now use your cell phone. We know you have a choice in airlines, so whether you're staying or just passing through, we thank you for choosing American Airlines to be a part of your journey. To help keep the airplane cool, please lower your window shades and open the air vents prior to leaving the airplane. If you are no longer using your reading light, please turn it off. Thank you for your assistance.
Yeah, we'll take it all the way across because there's no traffic landing here right now. Shouldn't be any at all. Actually, the only airplane should be landing is that Alaska 424. He should be getting ready to land, unless he landed on the, he probably landed on the west side. It's normally at this time of night Alaska comes in from Seattle. And they got a taxi back across, and they'll be parking Echo 11. Let's see that our guy get out the way. Have a clear right. And left. Alright, clear left. That's the departing runways. going to continue across. Alright, so we'll be making a right on Lima here. There's your United guys over there. Like I said, that whenever that Alaska lands, he'll call in for Echo 11. Let's see. Alright, we're done. I'll switch back to my side. Let's go 121.65. Let's get ramp traffic on. What was ramp traffic frequency? 131.27. Alright, so at this point we would have, once we've exited this side, we contact ground. Ground tells us, hey, contact ramp control for a spot. Concur, and then contact ramp control. Ramp tower, this is American 2030, landed on the east side, looking for a spot for Charlie 8, and let's see if Charlie 8 is still...
2387, Yankee Bridge for...
Oh, looks like he got out of there. Our gate's open. So he'd say call approaching spot...
Kilo to the ramp.
Kilo to the ramp, American.
Say call approaching spot 24. Alright, got you. We'll call approaching 24. Go back over to ground, let ground know, hey, we got spot 24. We're going to make that right here because traffic's going down Kilo. Alright, so they'll cut us across at Echo Kilo is what we'll be looking for. They actually say call approaching. Should be the next one up. Alright, so Kilo 7. We can now switch over since we're approaching. Now we call back and say ramp tower American 2030 approaching spot 24 on Echo Kilo. And they'd say, alright, 20 for depart, Charlie 8. And then I'd read back, approve depart, Charlie 8, spot 24. Here's Echo Kilo. We'll make our turn in here, clear right. Sure they're not sending anybody down, and they are. No, I didn't hear them. I said, let me make sure. Yeah, me too. Appreciate you being here, FNL. How's your flight going? Your flight's still going, right?
Let me check.
Alright, here's spot 24.
Next 1473, looks like you need to refile. There's nothing in the system. Okay, stand by.
Yeah, this is why we couldn't pick any closer spots because of the construction right there.
American 1373, you're about 40 minutes early, so I amended that time, so it should be coming through now.
Why is this thing way out there in front of the gate?
American 1373, all the runways on the east side are closed, so you'll be departing off the west side. And it looks like I can't send it for some reason. There's an error, so I'm just going to read it to you when you're ready. American 1373, you're cleared to Fort Lauderdale Airport via the ZAC for departure, BISCAT transition, then as filed. Climb via the SID, squawk 2311.
I have to fix this VDGS being way out here. I don't even know where that one goes to and why it's way out here.
American 1373, feedback is correct. American 1104, roger on request.
Shut down 1. Doing to connect the GPU. Alright, GPU's connected. Alright, shut down number 1. Actually, we gotta leave that on.
Stand by.
Alright, block time.
Okay, American 1104, looks like you're about 40 minutes early. Also, I did amend the time. If your PDC, it should be coming through now. Please at 36. Next set of 66, yes, we're going to pick up Foxtrot. Wind is 020 at 7, altimeter 2985, runway 36 right bridge.
Those are all off. We're good there, good there. Break the wind shear stuff's all off. We'll get deboarded here.
Thank you.
Jet bridge is already connected. We can connect the PCA at least. Alright, actual time 6:22, so it was like 30 minutes late. We left 14 minutes early to still get it 30 minutes late. We'll take it. Yeah, it should just be our arrival time. I swear I saw the other day where it gave in times and out times, and now it's not giving none of those. It'd be nice to see that. Unfortunately, it does not. Alright, let's get the seat back and get out the door. Alright. Alright, get these people off here. Why did the door not open? Alright, there's all my folks. Alright. Glad to get you guys here, and hopefully you had a good flight. Kept you safe. And everything else. Yeah, I gotta figure out why that's right there. I don't even know what it goes to for it to just be out here in the middle. I don't know what gate that goes to. I gotta get rid of that though. Probably accidentally assigned it to one of these other spots. Guys, welcome back to FW. Appreciate y'all stopping by and hanging out. Oh, until 15:55 Zulu. Holy cow, we just got here at what time did we just get here? Like 6? Whoa, man, yeah, you got a long way to go. I'm assuming you got some step climbs in there too then, right? Wow. By that time, I'll probably be starting the next flight out of here going to Detroit. Yeah, it'd be nice if they would actually have the wing walkers out at the road to bring the aircraft in. That would be pretty cool if they would add that part to it. I like the 319s though. I do enjoy flying the 319s. I think mainly because the 321s, they have like takeoff speeds of like a 777, but much lighter. 160 plus rotation speed is, airplane can get finicky. 777 at 167 knots, that airplane's heavy as heck, so you know it's still gonna stay on the line. But I like the 319s and the 320s. 321s are something else. But yeah, this one's where it's supposed to be. Actually, this probably didn't park us on the 320 line. Kind of did. 319 line, I suppose it did. You can spot your gate even better. Yeah, exactly. Oh, okay, you got some step climbs in there. You too, Bill. Yep, back to DFW we are. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, definitely understand that. Definitely understand that. I do wish with GSX we could pick two carts like this. I've rarely ever seen this type of cart buggy here where they load into this type. They're always this one every time. So it's kind of weird to see this red cart. Yeah, we made it back safe and sound, dodged all that weather that was moving over the airport. Yeah, and that aircraft, he may have been who I almost bumped. Yeah, he was a 321. Let's see. He may have already taken off. What was he going? Let's see, is this guy? No, that's all Frontier. Piling up down there. What was my guy? He might have already took off. I think he already took off for Charlie 8. Yeah, I think he took off already. But yeah, he was definitely out of the gate by the time we got here. Yep, en route. 1 hour 46 minutes is his arrival time. So it looks like they pushed at 1:05 a.m. But yeah, they're long gone. That too is why I didn't want to take a shortcut though. So that way I could we can still get these folks to their gate, albeit again 1 or 2 gates difference. They're still going to the same area, so it's not much of of craziness. I know the other day I had a coworker. We had a plane come in that was on, I think, going to like Bravo 48. I think they were going to Bravo 48. And there was a aircraft at Bravo 48 that ended up having to get maintenance done to it. And we were also supposed to tow it off the gate, but at the time we were supposed to tow it off the gate, maintenance was already out there working on it at the gate, instead of letting us tow it off and they work on it at the maintenance pad. So we had to give it maintenance, let them know, hey, can y'all tell them to close the engine column back up so we can push it off to the pad. And they was like, oh, it looks like they should be done here in about 10 minutes. We really don't like to have to close have things undone and tools and, out and about and moving the airplane. So they waited, and then she changed their gate to like Bravo 22, which is all the way on the other side of the terminal. And as we all know, if you get a gate change, oh, there's the Alaska. Why didn't I hear him? Oh, I may have heard him and just didn't know. But I guarantee you guys, again, I didn't look at it. This Alaska's going to Echo 11. Let's see if for the heck of it, and we'll stay on the network. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, man, especially if you got to work the next day. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, and they sent them all on the other side of the terminal. So when I'm on the boards, I try to, pay attention to that, because if people are coming to pick someone up from the airport and they're already waiting over at, outside the terminal at the Bravo 48 gate, now they have to try to get all the way around whatever other traffic's there to the to now Bravo 22. He should turn in right here at 44. So I'm pretty sure all those other spots ought to be blocked. They should have given him the 44 line to turn on. Let's see. And he should turn right here, and I knew it. Turn on the 44 line. These guys come in like clockwork at this time of night. That Delta shouldn't be there. Delta doesn't need that spot, to my knowledge. And we should go. We'll taxi him in. We'll marshal him in. He's gonna come right here to this gate. All right, we did our safety huddle. We're standing there waiting with our safety huddle for him to get here. We already know he's here. All right, our two guys are going out there to the side to stop the road traffic, make sure he can get in here safely, and I'll marshal him in. If I had some arms, that'd be cool to show. Particular planes go. Yes. Exactly. And there he goes. And I mean, for me, it's not much of a prediction. This is the only gate at the Echo terminal that Alaska uses. They only have Echo 11. And they don't fly any international flights into here. So it's almost always, especially this flight, is almost always Seattle to DFW. And there they go. I didn't do too good a job of marshalling, though. He's not even online. Oh, and it is a MAX 9. I forgot they do fly MAX 9s in here. That plane is long. But yeah, so normally they'll park here. If this plane's not going anywhere, they'll tow it off. there's a maintenance pad back here called November
American
Echo.
2926 Link Bridge, spot 33.
And they normally tow off like right behind the gate. So it takes them no time to get their airplane out the way. I think this is their pad like right here. So if it's down for maintenance or something, or it's got to have a check done on it, it's, you know, 2-day check or 3-day check or something. They'll just push it off to here so the next flight can get in there and get parked. Yeah. This should be November Echo though. That's right behind their gate. It's the maintenance pad. But yeah, not to bore. Is this an United plane leaving out this time of night? What's this United guy going? It is a United guy leaving. United 1439 out of Echo 5. 739 going to Newark at this time of night? Jeez Louise. Hold on, did they just land? They should have just landed. I think they're leaving. Yeah, they're leaving. They're going to Newark. It's weird how they do the pushback on this thing. The ADS be acting weird even on our programs at work, but he'll swing back around and he'll taxi back out to 44. Let me see if he's going to New. Yeah, he'll take off on 35. 35 left. But this is why I love using the real world traffic, because I know what they're gonna do. And if you listen to the ATC, it makes it easier to follow. Let me see what you said. Now that one dude who is always like freaking out, and it's like, dude, that plane is not coming to us. Going to the other FBO. Right? Maxdown Alaska Airlines come in last summer. Oh, wow. At your airport? Nice. Oh, a sports charter. I feel like I remember you may have said something about that. A year or two, he still behaves like this. No, dude, that's good, man. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with him still feeling like he's still brand new there and still loving it. Because I've had my coworkers ask me the same thing. It's like, hey, man, you still love doing this? Like, yes. I've been there 6 months, still enjoy it. I still enjoy walking through the terminal on the way to work. To see the 777 sitting right at the gate when I come out of security. I can't say what gate that is, but I love seeing it. Even when I leave out back into the terminal and see the see all the airplanes at the gates and whole host of people. And you're actually there. You're actually on site at the airport getting to see all of this great stuff take place. Now the stressing out part, yeah, that's a different thing. Oh, got you. Okay, yeah, he's just a little bit over the top. It's not like just, yeah, still just loving the job. It's just a bit over the top. I get what you're saying. We've been having lots of delays with this whole, oh yeah, I seen the article about that, with United supposed to be scaling back some of their flights into Newark.
American 3027, what's your gate?
Oh yeah, you're probably right, Bill. I'm pretty sure you're right.
American 3027, taxi vehicle back Echo Juliet, hold short of running 35 center.
Yeah, that's a long flight to New York though, man. At this time of night, they'll be landing at like 4 in the morning. I wonder if it's that crew's first flight. Like they're starting the day off at 1:30 in the morning.
44.
Yeah, it's United 1439, registration November 67815. Like, this is the first flight of the day for them. It's gotta be, because there's no way. They're gonna, when they land, it's gonna be almost, the sun will be almost coming up in New York. Yeah, right on, FNL. I definitely, yeah, that I can definitely understand. Well, hopefully the bit rates wasn't acting up too bad, and it was a clean view of the stream on that approach at least. Now, of course, at this time of night, I'm getting excellent bit rates. Get 31,000 kbps right now, where it should have been all day. But yeah, other than that, hey, I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna try to go to sleep so I can hopefully try to get up and do a flight in the morning. That first flight I did earlier today should have been in the morning, but I ended up sleeping late and didn't get up to like 10, I think 10 or 11. So yeah, next flight's gonna be to Detroit, then we're going to Detroit, and these next 4 flights are all gonna be in the A321s. So we'll be flying to Detroit, then back to DFW, then from DFW to Ontario, California, and then back to DFW. That's what we'll be doing.
American 401 Quebec, taxi via Quebec, Florida Runway 35 Center. Police Trig 9956, Deputy Tower 35 right, clear to land, wind 350 at 4.